Hello and welcome to Inner Thoughts. Today we have oh my God, I said your name wrong. Okay, today we have Farina with us. Say hello.
Hi guys. Hi Victoria. Thanks for having me today. I'm so excited.
Wow, that was so embarrassing. I'm sorry.
No, did you want to retake it or are
Yeah,
you okay?
sure. That was
I'm
so
I'm fine regardless. Like don't
okay, I'll restart it. That was just
don't.
okay. Hello and welcome to Inner Thoughts. Today we have Farina with us.
Hi everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited.
I know you've been doing a lot of traveling.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot going on this summer. How's your summer been?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, definitely busy, but I
Yeah.
mean, not as fun as yours, it looks like.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm all over the place right now.
So, was any of the traveling, was it just all fun or like anything?
Recreational for now. I know with Miss Canada there will be a lot more work travels. I'm
Yeah.
to that. But yeah, right now it's just recreational. My friend's wedding. Summer honestly started for me in like April. It's been ongoing since. Like I don't think I've had a chance to just breathe. But yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So now that you're back, like, do you have plans? Like, what the first thing you really want to do now that you have the crown, or have you already done something before you left, or?
No, so I actually have to sit down with Annie and have like another follow-up meeting. So we were really excited I have so many ideas and she's like the executor and I'm the dreamer and we're just gonna put our things together. But I do have some ideas I'm keeping on the low for now that I do want to execute this year, and I'm really excited to see how we'll bring those into fruition too. But as of right now, it's been a slow start. I think we're gonna really get the ball rolling end of this month or mid or beginning of October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And how do you feel being a reigning queen winning? Like, how was that whole experience for you?
It was honestly quite surreal. I've never done a pageant before. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
Oh,
This is
no.
my first ever pageant. I remember applying in January and like my interview with Annie went really well, but I remember not holding back and just really being myself. I do have a louder personality, so I never really knew if pageants were honestly the fit for me, just because I never saw myself in that light, right? So what triggered me to want to apply even was honestly like challenging myself. I saw like the advertisement, I was like, oh, that makes me nervous. Like I want to do that. So that's main reason why I applied, genuinely. I wanted to challenge myself to like public speaking, getting to know girls like from different places, of different backgrounds, environments, lived experiences. It was just such an amazing week, honestly. The 5 days were just like something I'll never forget, regardless of the crown. I didn't go into it thinking about the crown or winning. I did have my goals, of course, and like what I would want to do, but my mindset was more like to enjoy the process. And I think it was like such a great time.
That's amazing. And I feel like it was great that you did go in because you were like, oh, I don't think that's for me. But like
Yeah.
that shows other people like it can be for you because like I feel like it's true. Not a lot of really like outspoken, like
Hmm.
out there people have really like won the crown. So I feel
I haven't, not to interrupt, I just haven't seen like I don't my drawback was just like the princessness of it
yeah,
all. Like I really thought that I came into this like pageantry at a good time, and like Annie and like the whole institution was
it's
really
very
valuing,
changing. Yes.
very much so. They're really valuing authenticity, and I was like, okay, because I don't even want to call in or like really hope and dream for something I'm not even going to resonate with or do a good job at, right?
Hmm.
So I really went with the flow, because I didn't really see my type of personality up on stage much. I didn't know if that would be good or bad, but honestly, if it's meant for you, like nothing can take that, right? So
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like
yeah,
it
it
was
was so
clearly meant to
fun.
be. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. And how is like the whole like would you do it again? I mean, you have internationals, right?
Yes, so I do have internationals in
Okay.
Thailand in 2025. I'm
Oh,
excited. So I do think we're gonna, once the ball starts rolling, it'll be pretty hectic, I think. It's like a few appearances a month, and then I'm getting trained for Thailand. So I'm really excited. I think it's 62 countries that I'm competing.
Wow.
So I'm really excited.
Wow.
Yeah, a big jump. But
Yeah.
I trust in Annie's training, and I think Miss Canada will be great for me this year. Like, I don't even know the blessings it's gonna bring, but I'm so open to like the new opportunities, the rooms I'm gonna enter, the people I'm gonna meet. Just for the human connection. Like, I'm really excited.
Yeah. You already said you have lots of ideas in mind, so I feel like
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
going to be an exciting year for you.
Yeah. Hopefully.
So, do you have like what do you do for job wise?
Okay, so I have like a few jobs right now. I'm a South Asian bridal makeup artist, so it was full swing, busy summer. I literally had 13 clients this weekend.
For
Um,
those who don't know, she actually did my makeup for the finale.
oh my goodness, that was so stressful. I
Oh
remember.
my gosh, you killed it though. You killed it.
Oh my God, what did we have? Like a couple brushes, a beauty
Literally.
blender, and whatever Victoria had in her makeup
Yeah.
bag. We made it work. That was
Yeah.
crazy. Like so many of the other queens were doing hair and makeup, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was
That you
crazy.
gotta do what you gotta do
Yeah,
for that.
exactly.
But
But
I'm glad it worked
yeah,
out.
what are your other
But yeah,
jobs?
ended up doing, or so I've done makeup for the last 2 years professionally with
Oh,
Pink Orchid
nice.
Studios. And now I've been a project coordinator with a nonprofit organization, Engaged Communities Canadian Society. So they have like a mobile health unit that we kind of lead. So it's for those using drugs. So it's to prevent drug overdose. So
I
we'll have
love
nurses
that.
come in, provide like safety knowledge, harm reduction supplies, and things like that. So I've been doing that since undergrad. I started that last year of undergrad because I actually met my manager through one of the professor's projects. So
That's awesome.
it worked out. So that was, yeah.
I don't know if you know, but like my advocacy for Mrs. Canada was actually like safe injection sites. So like I actually
Really?
resonate really hard with that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
just providing like that basic care, knowledge, and like creating a safe space. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these individuals, like you might be the first person who asked how their day was. And I think that ties into my advocacy of compassion and having like an act of compassion in every sector of no matter what job I work. It's community outreach is really important to me. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I spent a lot of time like narrowing that down and making it like, oh, it has to be one thing, it has to be health science. But honestly, it's in makeup. It's in creating a safe space is everywhere. And like everywhere I go, it's
Yeah.
like, that's my goal.
Like no
So I think,
matter who the person is, like you said, like you talking to someone that could make their whole day. Like,
yeah, and it's you'd never know like whose day is their last, whose day is their first. Like speak to everyone with compassion. I think we have a high sense of like confidentiality as well. Like if police are coming, we are not allowed to like let them in. We can have a discussion outside. It's just little things keeping me mindful and like really showing me the real world, right? It's not all glitz
mhm.
and glam all the time as much as I model and do model coaching as well. Live a fun, privileged life, but I think it's very important to have a range, of like what's actually going on
Oh, I
and keeping
totally
yourself
get that.
updated, right? Because you get lost, just period.
Yeah.
If you just tie yourself to one niche, so I really value like how multifaceted I am, if I guess I could say. I like to keep it different, like every day looking different. Sometimes I'm a makeup artist, doing project coordinating, sometimes I'm coaching, social media. I do I manage social media sites for a marketing agency as well.
Oh, nice.
More remote. Yeah, so a few more things, but yeah, just a lot of jobs.
No, I relate to that. I have like four
Yeah.
jobs myself.
Okay, don't you love it?
It's great. Like, I mean, one, it always keeps you busy. I
Yeah,
mean, if that's like a good thing and a bad thing sometimes, but you know.
yeah.
Um, but I like the sense of change, like you were saying. Like, it's
Mhm.
definitely nice not to just stick to one thing because I feel like that's why people burn out so quickly is because they're just
Right,
doing the same thing day in and day out.
right.
But
And when
having,
you're doing something you enjoy, like I'm sure you enjoy all four of your jobs. Like
yeah.
you can just tell by your energy, you have like the levels to pour into other people and
Hmm.
not in a sense of like savior and stuff like just people pleasing. It's just genuinely from your heart. You have an overflowing cup and you're ready to like fully be there, regardless of like what initiative you're a part of.
Yeah.
Um, that's amazing.
Yeah. I don't get why how people like the people who are fake about like being nice, like I feel like you can tell. So it's like, why are you even bothering to
Or
try?
just performative. I think when you're trying to seek something that like fits with you, you end up coming across performative or not disingenuous. I'm sure they have good intentions, but
Yeah.
just like you have to really sit with yourself and see like what your calling is, like what excites you.
Yeah.
But again, that comes with a high level of privilege. Like I'm sure if everyone would do that if they could, but it depends on their environment, right? And like who's allowing them to think that
Uh,
way and optimistically.
That's true. A lot of people are held back intentionally by some people,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
everyone's journey is their own. I'm just excited. Like I'm excited for this journey of mine. Like it's just another chapter of my life, another season. So I just like hope it brings me like sorry.
All
I do have my
good.
phone on do not disturb. That is sorry.
No, it's all good. So have you done an official photo shoot with your crown yet or
No. So I really honestly have been so back to back busy with makeup clients. So I communicated that to Annie, so she's so accommodating. And now we're going to get into it properly and like set up a plan like Q1, 2, 3, 4 for this year and
amazing?
we start getting things done. And I'm just so excited because I don't like doing half work anywhere. I want to, put my
Like
all
give
into something. I don't
100% to
exactly. I
everything.
don't want to juggle something and be like, oh, I'm part of this initiative just to say I'm a part of it. And then I'm also my mind's here though, because I have other things to focus on,
Mm-hmm.
our commitments. But yeah, makeup gets South Asian Bridal gets booked like a year or two in advance.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so it's like I was already booked before the pageant. So it's like I wasn't expecting to win. And then there was other travels. So there's been a lot of like just navigating like how I want this to
Do you
play
have
out.
more recreational traveling coming up?
I think so. I wanted to do
Oh,
Hawaii, Australia, Dallas, Austin,
that's
Jamaica. Like,
so exciting. I'm the
I
same way. I'm like, if I could, I'd travel
know,
everywhere.
I'm like,
Like,
where should I go? But yeah, I love doing a birthday trip at least like once a year. And then in the middle, I don't need to go on a trip like every month.
yeah.
It's looking like that right now because I don't have a husband or kids. So I'm just like, let's see how much I can do.
Yeah, for real.
But right now, I think I'm gonna cool it a little bit and just see where
Focus
the
on
wind
other
takes me.
things.
Yeah, and just really hone in on like what I wanna give back to my community and like use, like such a great platform for like good. Like I didn't think I would get the opportunity, right? So it's like I really do want to like I owe that to myself to like sit in silence and figure out how I want to do this rather than feel rushed and like come up with something that just like isn't me. Because my interview, like my presentation, like a month or two prior to the pageant week. I did it on harm reduction side and all of that, which is great, but that's not my advocacy. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people don't understand or struggle to understand then what exactly is it because it's not like I've lived such a like blessed life. Yes, I'm a voice for many people, but that's not my story to tell. You know what I mean? Like I didn't lose someone to drug overdose. I
Hmm.
feel a little bit like, I feel like if I were to make that, like, my main focus, it wouldn't be authentic to me. Like, what's authentic to me is the fact that I challenge myself and I'm on this beautiful love journey of not just, like, yoga and meditation, genuinely, like, self journey of, like, doing the work and, like, figuring out your past and, like, how you don't wanna project things, and then taking that into community outreach, taking that into creating opportunities for other people, and just really figuring myself out. So that's where I'm at right now
Nice,
in
awesome.
self journey. So I'm just excited. I just want to like really do whatever I can, wherever I can, like wherever God needs me. That's where I will just flow.
Yeah, that's great. I
Yeah.
mean, do what you gotta do.
All right. Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, do you feel like any pressure from like last year's reign onto like you, like wanting
Um, Not particularly. I know like going into the pageant week, I was in another interview and Nevi had asked me like challenges coming up to the pageant, but I think because I was so go, 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 I didn't get a chance to doubt myself, if that makes sense. Like I was just really excited. But as like I think everyone's reign is their own. I don't see it's not in my nature to compare myself, honestly. So I'm not a competitive person also. Like from a young age, like I would just if it's for me, I don't give up easily. But I make sure I fully go like 10 out of 10 on myself and make sure I tried my best. And I think that's what's most important. So yeah, but I think last year's rain was like amazing for her, and I think this year's rain will be completely different and amazing in my own way. But I think we're all doing our little nuggets of like magic, to bring back something to the world. So I'm just so excited because everyone's so special and different. Even like leading up to the pageant week, I didn't really compare myself to others just because I think everyone has something to bring.
Yeah, like I don't I know a lot of the girls were like looking up even the past queens. Like I didn't even look on any of their Instagrams until I was actually there and had already met them and
Exactly.
everything.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
No, same. I don't think it's relevant like to how you're gonna perform. And
Hmm.
the more you look at examples, like the less you lighten your shine. Like I think really that's why I was stressing the point of spending time alone because you don't have like you're not consuming a show, you're not consuming like someone's opinion, you're not consuming anything. You're a blank slate. And that's when like your authenticity shines. And then you can actually like do something with it rather than trying to fit a mold of what you're not and then feeling incompetent because you didn't get to do something someone else did, but that was
Yeah.
their story. That was their journey and it should look nothing like yours,
Yeah.
right?
I love that. I love the way you worded that. It's perfect.
Thank you.
So if you had like one goal to achieve during your reign, what would it be?
Ooh, okay. Creating opportunities for younger women or any older women. Like literally, I met such incredible women like during the pageant week that I still am connected to over Instagram. So they're all just so wonderful. I just want to create opportunities. So by that, I mean it could be through like, I'm not even thinking just like campaigns and fundraisers. Like, I really want to like, this is why I think I need to sit with myself a little bit more because I really want to perfect how I bring this opportunity to other women because I think I have a natural ability to connect like people. And it's just a no judgment zone. Like, there's no reason to judge anyone. Like, it's either for someone or not, but they get to call the shots. Like, I can only do my best to make it inclusive and like take their opinions to see how they would feel included in the space, regardless of what I want to like execute, right? But I think that's like roughly what I want to do. Definitely like create opportunities for women, whether it be like not just coaching, but just like classes. Like I think just feeling yourself, like tapping into your like inner truth and like who you are, because that's the toolkit, right? More sense of like toolbox, toolkit. So then they are well equipped to then go about their journeys. I don't want to sit here and act like I know the answers to everything and I'm a guru or I'm a teacher. But I also just want to create a space where women feel really comfortable to like tap into themselves,
Yeah,
right? And
absolutely.
then like I'll be shocked at what they create because of one of my workshops or something because I just had no idea, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to do workshops, have you like thought about is it going to be like a nonprofit type deal? Like, are you thinking of
Um,
making your own nonprofit or just a separate like business almost or
I haven't gotten into details right now. I think like I'm pretty like secure in terms of like real talk in terms of like finance and stuff. I really just don't want to worry about finances. Like I think that's why I stress like passive income and all these other things, like working on that front. So then when I come into human connections and networking events or just rooms with other people, and stories, I don't want to think about money and like a transaction. I just really want to give. Like I just want to give.
no, that's
So if
yeah.
I just hope like I can set myself up in other regards so then I can do workshops that are of course like nonprofit. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but I also have to be realistic because we live in Vancouver. I live in Vancouver. So I have to see what's smart, but also like a good in between. Like I don't want to do things for, I'm not really money driven in terms of my passions.
Yeah, absolutely. And like even if because obviously doing anything does cost money, like you're
Right.
saying. So
Yes.
like even if you did charge, but then like you spend what you needed on what the classes are, and then you
Right.
pick something for the rest of the money to go to, like that would still be amazing.
Just understand delegating like what's
Mm-hmm.
priority to
Exactly.
like finance and like what's an investment and stuff like that. I think, yeah, a good
Yeah.
head on my shoulders. We'll figure it out. I'm just excited.
I mean, it sounds like you have big, big plans. Like,
Yeah. Yes. But
I've,
sorry?
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I just never knew like what that would look like, right? Like during that interview during the pageant week, I think it was like 20%, not sure. But like I remember going in, like I didn't really prepare at all. I just was like, I know my story, I know my heart, I know my truth, I'm gonna go in and if I make a fool of myself, that's totally fine. Like that's redirection. But I know I wouldn't, like, because again, you do have good intention and like you don't
Mhm.
have to know the answers to everything and you can be confident in that. I think a lot of people don't feel secure in that. So
Yeah,
like
no,
that self-doubt,
I
right?
was the same way. I didn't really like prepare in any
And
way.
it went so well. It went so
Yeah.
well. You know, I was like, it's okay if I don't know the answers. Like they want to see real.
Hmm.
So I think that will bring me farther than having like the perfect answers.
Yeah, no, I agree because I feel like some people get like practice so much that it will almost sound scripted.
Right, right. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
just I'm not a scripted person.
Yeah, no, I've been like trying like to practice for like I'm a Mrs. Galaxy finalist.
Hmm.
So I've been like
Wow, congrats. That's
thank
exciting.
you. Yeah, so I've been like trying to practice the like some interview questions, but like at the same time, I'm the same way where I still want to kind of go in there being fresh and like more authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're so wonderful, honestly. Like when you just speak, like people, like you radiate, like yourself, someone's self-identity is their energy, essentially. Like it's just what you bring, like the happiness, the honesty, the transparency, and like you can't mess something up if it's meant for you, like truly.
True. Like even at the time for Mrs. Canada, I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
it kind of sucked that I didn't win, but like honestly, from everything that's come after it, it's like it was so not meant to be at that time. Like I
Oh,
had
wow.
that for like a stepping stone into like the right direction. Like
Yes, exactly. Like when I went into it, honestly, like the 5 days, like to prepare, I didn't really prepare, but when I went into it, it was just like winning or not, I already won. Like the fact that
yeah.
I'm here, the fact that I just put myself into this position that I'm so uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
It's like it was such a win because like I leveled up in a different way mentally, right? That's
Hmm.
like mental strength that you gained like that week and the connections you made. I think that's like the biggest takeaway, regardless of the crown and the sash and all of that, is really like like just such a like huge
Yeah.
movement internally that like you're so impressed with yourself, like the way you showed up for yourself in those 5 days, like you as Victoria. You were, like you can't say you woke up the next morning when you're home and like you didn't feel different. Like you did something for yourself. That
Yeah.
was very major.
Yeah, like you said, like at first it was very like almost uncomfortable because like it's
Mhm.
so different, but like
Yeah,
all the girls just made it like so inviting and everyone was so lovely. Like
so
it just
lovely.
made the experience so great. Like
Yeah, it was so fun. It was literally so fun.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I was very shocked though across stage when they called. I was like, "Ah, okay, got really serious."
yes. Oh geez.
But yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything you'd like to share of since you've won the crown or your experience of the pageant week or
My experience, okay,
yeah.
actually, yes. For the pageant week, I was not expecting it to be so intense. Like
Right.
4 outfit changes per day, like 2 glam switches, 6 a.m., rise and shine, like you're gonna miss the bus. Like it was like, but like the most fun girly boot camp is how I like to.
Yes.
That's how I've been referring it to my friends who are not really in that world. It was giving girly boot camp. It was very fun, but super organized. I love that like everything was organized and like we were just go 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 all the time. So it was really fun, but I just was not expecting that. So I think like the
Oh,
packing list really threw me like 2 days before because I'm a last minute packer. Yeah, that threw me for a little bit of a twirl. I was like, oh, okay, there's a lot of stuff. But it was really fun. I think the gala night, I think all the nerves were like gone.
mm-hmm.
Check-in was like pretty hectic. Well, I got my room pretty fast, but everything went smoothly that entire week. And I think the people we met were just so lovely. Um, and just the training was great, phenomenal. Annie was so patient with all of us. She really made sure we're
Yes.
all safe and okay and feeling comfortable, which I really valued. Yeah, it was just such an incredible experience, like that whole week. So I'm really hoping that I can make the most of this year and like do my best to give back even half. I want to give back 100, but half of what was given to me that week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you already work for like a nonprofit and stuff, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you're going to do amazing things. Like, honestly, you can only go up from here. Like,
Yes. Inshallah. Thank you. That's so sweet. I really hope so. Big plans. I'm 25. Let's see what this decade brings.
yeah,
I think there's just a different season for everything. So I'm just really excited for this journey.
yeah, absolutely. Do
Yeah.
you find like your age, does that matter at all in the competition?
I think it definitely mattered for this competition just because I was like a hair away from a different category. Um,
Oh,
yeah, because I think the next category was 25 plus or something like that. Because I had applied when I was 24. So yeah, so I was in the MISS category.
okay, yeah. So if
Yeah.
you would have been a year
So
older, you would have been in
exactly.
MS.
Yes, exactly, which would have made such a difference as well. Like I think every category is like different, right? So I do think age had something to do with this pageant. Maybe not the next pageant, but I'm just excited. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the age restriction was there
Yeah.
between
I
the
didn't
two.
feel any like stress regarding my age, like in terms of pageantry. I don't think there's really a
Yeah.
cutoff where like you should just there's different eras, right? Like I'm so excited for when I turn 30. I'm not scared of aging.
Oh
Like
my
that's one thing
gosh.
I'm like
I'm
excited
so
about.
scared of aging.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, my birthday is literally in like, oh my God, less than a month.
no, I have you seen those memes? It's like my age is getting serious, but I'm not. Like I think you just the trick is like keeping that inner child alive. Mobility exercises, taking care of your health, gut
Mhm.
health, and that's the youth. Like it doesn't have to be like the most youthful face. Like aging is beautiful too. But I think really taking care of your like exercise and your health and all of that's super important because then you age healthier.
Yeah.
That's I don't want to live a long life if I'm uncomfortable. Like
No, that's
looks
very
will come and
true.
go. Like I'm not gonna have no wrinkles forever, but that's okay as long as I'm healthy, and I can provide a healthy generation after me. Um, but yeah, I don't think age has anything to do with like what you're capable of achieving. Um,
No.
yeah, there's so many people that start things at like 50, 60. Like if it's yours, it's yours. You have to have the mind to you have to want it enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're probably gonna wrap things up because we've been actually talking for quite a bit. Time just flies.
Honestly, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
No worries. I hope you have a good rest of your week as well. Any plans later today?
Well, I did my headshots for Mrs. Galaxy today, so I
Looking
got all glammed
gorgeous.
up. Thank you.
Nice.
So I like told my husband, I was like, "So you gonna take me out?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Pasta and lobster, perhaps?
Yeah, of
Oh my
course.
God. No, as you should. I love that for you. Have fun.
Thank you. I mean, I know you have another meeting
Yes.
after, so,
Yes.
but do you have any other plans after that?
Dinner plans, which is half
Nice.
meeting, half new food I wanted to try. So I get you.
Nice, nice.
Yes. But I hope you have a restful week and thank you so much for having me. You're so wonderful.
Oh, of course. We'll definitely have to talk more
Yeah,
after.
we will.
And I hope you have a great week as well.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.